Yo, this is Hector from Team Reckless Lions, here with my man Berto.
What's up?
Here we go, bro. Let's give you a deck profile of your frogs.
This is a deck profile. I just recently completed it last week. Frog Monarchs. So we're going to go through it, and I'm going to let you see what I got. For starters, we're going to do with the basics. 3 swap frogs. We already know what it does, but for anybody that don't know, he's like basically a foolish burial when you normal summon him. Yes, ruling says clearly you can effect veiler it, you can Fetus Chain it. Automatically, I can activate the effect as a cost, and it goes right back to my hand. So this is actually very amazing. Everybody else that be playing triple Treeborn Frog, I don't. I like to play only 2. I just think I just don't want to clog up my hand with 3. So I think 2 is easy. And I have also other resources way to mill him to the graveyard. Or I could just do the put way, just set him down.
That put you away.
The next 2 last frogs in the deck will be 1 Duke Frog and 1 Rototoden. I just think Rototoden is awesome. I would like to bump him up to the 2, but I used to play him at 2 when I had the old variant build, when I just based it all on him and just swarming the field with frogs. But this is all Monarch, so I just do that then. So that's all the frogs for this deck. Then here comes the stall power, which is 2 battle faders, or 3 battle faders, I apologize, and 2 Ghost Trick Jack Frost.
That Jack Frost.
That Jack Frost is a lot of people's weakness. You already know how Ghost Tricks plays. Put face down, flip them back up.
Felgron really does hurt them though.
Yeah, it really does. Even though a Felgron activates, I can't, go face down, but at least if you negate, Battle Fader, he still actually special summons himself in defense. It allows Felgron to punch it. But it works still, because at least I protect my life points.
Attack.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop the battle phase. But that's right there. That's perfect count for me. Now, here comes the big boys.
Big boy toys.
We start with Light and Darkness Dragon. We all know what Light and Darkness Dragon does. I basically call him negation for a reason, because he negates everything to a certain point.
That's mad for you. That's like, 4 negations?
Yeah, basically only 4 negation. And when he goes sent to the graveyard, he just brings out another Monarch from my graveyard, unless it's like, people that says it can't be special summoned no other way. But he brings back my Chaos, my Ryzas, my everything else. So that's him.
Wait, pass me real quick.
Wait, it's just him.
Light and Darkness Dragon, it gives you...
Very sexy.
Okay, so it gives you 5 negations.
5 negation, there you go.
The 4 for the 2000 and then the 1 for the 500.
Negates everything. Negates the honest, negates everything. He's my boss monster. Next guy, Kaya's the Mega Monarch. Amazing card because I have some darks in my deck. So his second effect is when I tribute another dark monster as a tribute, I banish 2 cards on the field, which is amazing and screws up a lot of people's plays when I banish either a back row or a front row or both of their monster and I just go for game. The third one is Mobius the Mega Monarch.
Why did you choose Mobius?
Mobius because the whole deck is mainly water, all the frogs. So I thought it would be a better idea to pop up to, if I'm not mistaken, 3 cards off the top. And if I tribute a water type monster, automatically, you can't activate nothing on response. So if Super Poly was out, after Super Poly, it's not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
Too bad it's banned.
Forget about. I think the only thing that stops this is Solemn Warning, because it's a counter. But anything else, you can't bottom this. You can't do anything if I tribute a water monster. So I love this. I actually love this in different situations more than Kaya's because the non-responding part. Double Gores. I should have put in Gores into the category of my battle faders and my.
Why not 3?
3 because I don't want to clog it up early in the game. Even though he is like one of those guys that if I get punched with damage, he just special summons with a token. But I wanted to make more space into my deck with that I can draw more into my Kayas and definitely my Storm Fronts and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just thought 2 would be a good number overall. I know the format says 3, but I go with 2 more. I like to be standard. And yes, I just cleared it out right now. I'm not one of those top tier players. I'm not the ones that make excuses. If I lose, I lose. I just think it's best to play 2. I don't have a reason, actually. I'm just going to go with 2. So, the boss, another boss monsters, of course, is standard.
That's
triple.
Big old daddy right there.
Big old daddy right here. Yeah, he actually does more work than the actual big daddy, the Mega Monarch. I actually love him more than the Mega Monarch.
But it's easy. Stormforth the monster, normal summon, banish window. They take 1,000 life points.
There you go. It's all over. He's godlike. And to back him up is his bro, double rises.
That changes games.
That changes game. It messes up your player so badly when you push shit back on top of the deck. Now they be thinking to himself, damn, I know I'm going to draw. It's not going to help me. So I'm just might as well just scoop to my opponent. And, you know, they have a third brother, which is no one see it coming. Basically that one random Mobius. A lot of people be like, oh, you have Mega Mobius. A good thing you don't have another Mobius, which I do, is one hitting. You never see it coming.
There's not that much back row. This does anything or just...
Any two.
Any two faced up on the field?
No, any two spell or trap cards on the field.
So it can be face up or face down?
Face up, face down.
Okay.
So if I'm in a situation that I need to pop one of my back row, I could. I pop a field card or whatever. My opponent has
vanities.
Pop that vanities. You already know. Everything goes. Even though I just like to summon him even if there was nothing on the field because he's a good 24. And then with Gachi on the field, he becomes a good 28. So you can't even get mad. He's just like another Mega. Just a random one. So, to go to my last tribute monster of my deck, of course. Jinzo.
That's God right there.
That's God right there. Because
what
hurts me the most in this deck.
That's that retro pack right there.
What hurts me most in this deck is traps. Of course, I have to stop it. That's probably why, maybe another reason why I run a triple Gores. I don't like to face those bottomless, and then I have a stupid token on the field. So he just stops shit, so unless you have a warning. But he just stops right on the tracks. You can't activate bottomless or anything at all.
Have you thought about Trigodia?
I have thought about Trigodia just to go if I want to start making rank plays and whatever to change my my Trigodia level to the other level of whatever monster I have on the field. But that's a good tech card. Maybe I could take out one of the Mobius and just put him in there because I already run the Mega Mobius. So sure, why not? Or take out the Mega Mobius and put in a track just so people don't see it coming. But that's basically it for all my monster. Is exactly 24 monsters exactly, if I'm not mistaken. So the rest is spells. I don't run no traps, and of course, why would I if I have Jinzo? So to round up the spells, I love to control as very much. So that's why I made this deck. Triple Stormfort.
That's that God card.
Before this, we had, what was that other card? Soul Exchange. This right here, when this came out, that's when I knew for a fact Treeborn Frog and the Frog Monarch deck was me to play.
Does it stop you from your OTK plays because you can't use your extra deck?
Not really, because I actually don't have a big extra deck at the moment. I should have a full 15, but anybody that knows Frog Monarchs, you really don't need to main the extra deck. I mean, maybe Gachi just to have the boost up, but that's mainly it. Everybody else, the Monarchs can do it themselves. Other than that, we're good to go. And it's just amazing taking my opponent monsters and I'm going to go for a tribute. I sometimes, not going to lie, see myself stuck though. When you do a Stormfront and you take your opponent monsters and you do a Kayas and a Ryzen, and then you see yourself bouncing yourself back. So you kind of like get yourself screwed, but you have to know when to time it perfectly right. But best opening card in the game when it comes to my deck, so I can't even complain. Once again, I love it more than Soul Exchange. But can't even say much because I actually played 2 Soul Exchange with my 3.
Oh, those are the supers, the one that's Magic, the original.
Yes, sir. That's where it says Magic.
Magic card.
Anybody that's a good Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you already know if it says Magic, it's very, very, not pricey, but it's one of the kind. I like to believe in back in the days.
Some oldies.
These 2 right here, I don't even have to explain this because this is exactly this. The only difference is that I can't go into my battles, so this kind of hurts me a little bit. I like to go for game, but once again, why would you complain?
You can even activate it if they got window with 800 life points left.
Take it. Sure.
Take
abuse. Take anything that's a problematic card.
Banish.
Take it. Whatever. Don't even ask them for permission. Just take it like this and just throw it out their graveyard. Unless they can't happen.
Then again, Felgrand as well.
Yeah, basically that too. I hate Felgrand.
Forbidden Lance.
For anybody that play Felgrand, y'all some good ass players. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not gonna front, but that's one of my weakness. And basically, these are other 5 cards in my deck, which is triple enemy controller.
That's that God card.
I love this.
That
my number one
Treeborn Frog equals GG.
Yeah, this Treeborn Frog, activates from the graveyard. You can chain this as soon as he comes on the field. Tribute Treeborn Frog. Take your opponent monsters, and Treeborn Frog is still in standby phase in the graveyard. He can just come right back. So you just took your opponent monster for no reason, and because you're gonna get another Treeborn, you can sacrifice Treeborn for another Monarch. So you just plus like.
No, the best part is you can activate this card, then get rid of bring back your Treeborn Frog, activate the card, the second one if you have a second one in hand, take your opponent's window, then you're gonna tribute their window in order to take control of another monster, and you still get special summon Chiborn Frog all over again.
There you go. So that actually works. I'm gonna actually do that. And there's a lot of times that I actually had to in my head. I never do have to do that. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm still learning the game. Don't judge me. I'm learning the game, so hey, it works. Alongside these three, I love these two cards. Creature Swap.
That's that God card right there.
They won me games so many times. Like, my favorite move of all time is, of course, bringing out a Treebo Frog in attack mode. Your opponent is looking at you like, why would you put in attack mode? I just dumped this shit.
Even Battlefield.
Bam. Even Battlefield, I just be like, Battlefield or whatever, it's not going to hurt me. Activate Creature Swap. It's going to go to, I'm going to make it go to attack first, then Creature Swap. And I'm just going to give you a lot of damage to your life points. And, that's the end of games right there. Right here, these right here is my game-winning cards. It's not even, without them, Monarchs is really nothing. Treeborn Frog would be nothing. They actually are a big part of the deck. I don't like to just forget about who they are. They helped a lot. So without them, this deck is really like ain't shit. They control. So I control the field, luckily for these cards. The last 6 cards in my deck will be 2 Forbidden Lands. It protects me.
Place those lances.
If I don't bring out that Jinzo out the first turn, trap still hurts me, of course. So they stop me. They stop bottomless, all that other stuff, whatever, trap tricks, whatever. I
thought that's basically for Phoenix Chain and Breakthrough skills.
That too, because I don't want to be Phoenix Chain at all. I love to banish my opponent monster or whatever card, or return a card back to the top of the deck. So yeah, they just helped me a lot. I actually had 3 MST, but I realized to some of these decks it's not back row heavy this format, so I just cut 1 MST down and I'm just playing 2 MST, which is next. But I thought about this at the very last minute. I was like, wait a minute, I forgot that the Monarchs actually need help to stay on the field, and because I don't run a complete Monarch deck, so I don't run Tenacity and all the other trap card that makes them unaffected, I have to find a way. So I just looked at my book, Solve Lances, and I was like, oh, this actually works. So I just main 2 Lances and 2 MST. Reason why is because I have Rise the Kayas to pop the back row. I have Jinzo that stops all your traps. So it just works. I got so many things to stop the back row. And I have Mega Mobius and Mobius to just say F you in your whole back row. So 2 more MST, it helps because people still run Vannies. People still run that 1 random skill drain. That format, the way how the ruling works, they still play those cards. So I'm just in case, you never know. Never set these cards though, because then your Treeborn Frog is not coming back from the graveyard. And yes, I have made that mistake a lot of time. And to finish up the deck, the main deck, of course 1 Regeki and 1 Bokomoon. What can I say about
the Jinlock out right there?
Word, like I hate the Jinlock. I never knew about it till my good buddy played against me with it. I was like, you know what? I need to bring this to my hand every time. You know how y'all feel with that 1 card in the 40 card deck. You get it more than any other cards. And Book of Moon is a situational. It's a quick play. Why not? You bring back your Treeborn Frog from the graveyard. You flip. It's a quick play. You play it right there then. Book of Moon to flip that card back down, go into a tribute monster.
Also for the Jinlock.
Oh no, there you go. Yeah, that works too. So I have these 2, which I always draw in my hand. So other than that, that's all I have for the main deck. And we have the Esther deck to go to, which is a small one. It's nothing that big, like I said. I will be upgrading this in the future. But like I said, if you're a real Frog Monarch and you just focus on the main deck, you really don't need an Esther deck at all. So to wind it up, the Esther deck, I have 1 Slacker Magician. Pretty good. I have my Esther deck is based on stalling, just in case if I have a bad hand and I need to get the pieces together, I have enough to stall. So I have 1 Slacker Magician. I have 1 Dollar Hand, which is amazing. He actually helps me out a lot of times with the whole cutting in half the attack position, the attack life points. 2 Gachi Gachi. Of course, power up. You can't go wrong with that. I got the 2 problematic cards. Bouncer Striker.
Sexy.
Yeah, my OT, I picked it up Friday. And pop cards on the field. Pop card inflict damage. And that's basically it for my extra deck. And 1 random token. Just because I have Gorse.
That token.
That token. So anybody, that's my Frog Monarch. If you have any questions or comments, leave the comment below on this page. Thank you.